Hello, my beautiful Pisces, and welcome to your February 2023 forecast. Now, this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So please be sure to check all three of your signs just to have a complete understanding of the energies and experiences you might be having in February. Now, Pisces, we're going to be looking at the energy of this month for you, what you can expect, but more importantly, how can we best utilize these energies for our highest good and well-being. And as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So let's get started. We have the Four of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Sun card, the Hangman, Six of Cups, the Balance card or the Patience card, and the Four of Wands. Pisces, this is a huge month of you recognizing things that no longer serve you, that are not fulfilling to you emotionally or spiritually, that do not feel aligned with your calling or your purpose this month, and deciding to take action in new directions. But starting out with February, we are moving quite slowly. We have it with that Four of Swords. So the universe is saying, look, let's take time to really process this. Let's think twice and act once. Let's pray on it. Let's meditate on it. Let's sleep on it. You might need to take a little bit of a vacation, Pisces. And when I say vacation, this could just be like a trip to the beach or something like that, but just to get away and really get your mind clear. Because if that's the case, your mental state is not exactly the best space to make these decisions. We can be frustrated, judgmental, critical, unsure, just stressed. And so they really want you to decompress before making these decisions. Now, I love the Eight of Cups because on some fundamental level, Pisces, you know that there is better out there for you. You know that you deserve better. You know that there are people, relationships, circumstances, environments that are going to be much more fulfilling to you, that are bring a lot more blessings to you. Because whenever you have the Eight of Cups, you realize all that glitters isn't gold. You realize that high-paying job is sucking your soul. You might realize that relationship that looks beautiful on the outside is toxic on the inside. It's recognizing that I need more internal enrichment, not just external validation. And you have it with the Sun card. I love this because you're going to be quite successful at this, Pisces. But what's most important is your mindset. What's most important is your confidence that you have in yourself, the things that you tell yourself, being affirmative, being positive or optimistic about the future. And I think this is why they want you to get into a better headspace. It's one thing when we are frustrated, we just react and we're like, I'm out, very Jerry Maguire, but then we're lost. We're not clear. They don't want you to do that. They want you to get right with yourself, get centered, come from that place of deep knowing and optimism about your future as you move forward. You have it with the Hangman. The universe is asking you to look at your life from very different angles, very different perspectives, because there are solutions and opportunities that your current state of mind do not see. They're not perceptive to these solutions or ways of life. When you have the Hangman, you're really being guided to step out of your conditioned self and more into your authenticity. I always think of, remember when we're kids and we didn't care too much about anything? If we can kind of shift into that space of possibility and imagination, if I could do this, if money wasn't an issue, if, I didn't care what anybody thought, what would I do? Kind of putting yourself in these kinds of perspectives and your authentic self comes out. You are not thinking of solutions within a very limited framework. And when you do that, you dare to be more yourself and to try to do things that really speak to your spirit and to your soul. You have it with the Six of Cups and the Patience card. There is some things coming up here for you, Cancer. I'm seeing a bit of theme with the water signs. A lot of the stuff that might be calling to you could be from childhood. It can be from our siblings. It can be from our youth to some degree. Maybe this desire to be more. Maybe we stunted it as we grew older, but really saying, okay, these are some things that I need to answer, things that need to be healed, things that need to be recognized within myself. And as you move forward, you're being guided to be very methodical, Pisces. This is not gung-ho action. If you have it with the Patience card, they're saying, look at slow and steady wins the race. Let's find compromise with our next steps forward. It's about divine timing with this change. Now, they're not saying don't take any action. What they are saying is don't try to do everything at once. If the circumstances aren't perfect, Pisces, that's okay. Look at what you need, not just what you want. If you have everything that you need to make these changes, you're in a great position. If you're like, well, I don't have everything I wanted. I want it to look exactly like this or be exactly like that. Those things are negotiable. The needs are the part that you have. And you have it with the Four of Wands. Basically, if you compromise, if you find balance, if you move, slow and steady, if you don't try to rush things, things are going to turn out beautiful for you, Pisces. Four of Wands is not just completions of projects. It's successful changes, successful moves, really having that abundant lifestyle because you kind of took it slow and steady. I love this kind of change. Now, understand when you have the Eight of Cups, this is going to be different for every Pisces. You might be walking away from relationships that aren't fulfilling. It could be platonic, professional, romantic. It could be walking away from opportunities. I do see with the other cards that some of this also might be with your work, Pisces. Work isn't fulfilling. Your career might need to be fulfilling. And you might tell yourself, but I went to school all those years. I don't want to waste it. If you're not happy, Pisces, walk away. There's so many options and so many avenues in a lifetime. That's that limiting mindset. Four of Wands shows it is going to be quite successful. You got to kind of relieve yourself from whatever is holding you back, kind of burdening your heart, your mind, that's stunting your growth spiritually and emotionally, and free yourself from this. Move on to the next experience, Pisces. We have it with the Star card next. You have the Sun and the Star. Two of the best cards in tarot. Understand that two things that are going to be required for you to be successful, Pisces, is your optimism, you having confidence in yourself, and perseverance. Whenever you have the Star card, these are dreams come true after a very difficult transition or time. And I really do feel a lot of what you've been going through, Pisces, that the difficult aspects, you've already been doing it. It's not just in February. I feel like February is going to see the change out of some of that internal struggle. Eight of Cups for us, so these are internal emotions and struggle with our external environment. And you have it with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups. You're going to have to make decisions, Pisces. You can't be wishy-washy. You can't have one foot in the past and one foot in the future. You're going to have to decide and stop procrastinating on what really fills you, what you really want, what you really need, what do you truly desire versus going, yes, I'm going to do it. Oh, maybe not this month. Maybe it's not the time. You know, there is this energy here flipping back and forth, Pisces, and you can't do both. You know, I love that saying, you can't ride two horses with one ass. You gotta pick. And it's going to be okay, especially when it comes to the energy you want to put into, because the clarity cards were the Page of Coins and the Nine of Coins. I understand that when we make these jumps, we are leaving behind things that we put a lot of energy to, and now we're going to have to put more energy into creating something else. That's the whole point of incarnation, is this creation, evolution, ascension, realization, consciousness. That's the whole joy of the journey. So it's okay to maybe start again. It's okay to reinvest in something differently. Just decide, Pisces, because this limbo energy is not very good for you, especially as a water sign. When water stays stagnant or in limbo, it becomes very toxic, especially to our inner world. So decide and accept that decision and move forward. You have it with the World card. As soon as you do that, Pisces, boom, you would have completed the cycle and you're moving into your next phase of evolution and experience. You next have the Knight of Cups, the Moon, and the Seven of Wands. This has a lot to do with you, Pisces, really standing up, facing those fears, facing those boogeymen. When I say boogeymen, I'm talking about those subconscious fears, you know, that holding you back, that fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, whatever it is, imposter syndrome. We all have something, Pisces. You're not alone. And really recognizing like, okay, no one else is going to be able to fight for me better than me. Do you know what I mean? And you have it with the Knight of Cups. Do you understand there is going to be an energy, a person that comes in to really help you, support you, especially emotionally, Pisces. Knight of Cups can be a romantic partner, but it doesn't have to be. It can be someone who's lively and social and kind of helps to release a lot of the emotional stress and tension. Once you make this decision, Pisces, the universe is going to conspire with you to bring you opportunities, but especially support to move you in this beautiful new direction, that fulfillment that you're looking for. But it is important for you to stand with your beliefs, to stand with your decisions, to stand up for yourself. Sometimes that means standing up for ourselves against our old patterning and fears and facing those fears and saying, look, this isn't real. It's just an old belief, an old conditioning, and I can do this. You only need one example to disprove a theory. And just by taking steps, Pisces, you're already doing this. This is a beautiful month of self-growth, evolution. And I love it because you're making decisions to set yourself up on an incredible course of joy and fulfillment. I hope this served you, Pisces. If you guys would like a more in-depth session with me, my links are down below. Otherwise, have a beautiful February, and I will see you next month for next month's readings. Take care.